What's up, everyone, and welcome to Flick Finesse. If your favorite stories are steeped in mystery, high tension, and shock twists, you're in the right place. We all crave that perfect thriller. The kind of series that keeps you riveted, second-guessing every motive, and hooked for one more episode. Today, we've curated the ultimate list. The top 10 essential thriller series you can stream right now across Netflix, Peacock, and beyond. If this suspenseful countdown delivers, please hit that like button and let me know your favorites in the comments. Let's dive in. Number 10. All Her Fault. Marissa Irvine, a hardworking mother juggling her career and family life, thinks it's just another ordinary day when she goes to pick up her son from a playdate. But the moment she knocks on the door, her world shatters. The woman who answers claims she's never seen her child before. No playdate, no son, no trace. Just confusion, panic, and a gut-wrenching realization that something is horribly wrong. What follows is a tense, emotionally charged search for the truth. One that peels back the polished layers of a perfect suburban community. Behind the smiles and manicured lawns lie secrets, lies, and betrayals that make Marissa question everything. Her friends, her neighbors, even herself. Each episode digs deeper into the darkness, showing how guilt and fear can twist people in ways they never imagined. Sarah Snook is absolutely phenomenal here. She brings a quiet intensity to Marissa. You can feel every ounce of her desperation, her anger, and her love. It's a performance that pulls you right into her pain, making the mystery feel personal and real. Forget the predictable twists and big explosions. The power of All Her Fault is in the quiet, visceral terror of losing control and watching a perfect life crack. It's a grounded, deeply emotional thriller that boils down to one intense question. How far would you go for your child? This isn't just a mystery, it's a terrifying mirror. It shows how ordinary lives can conceal extraordinary darkness. All Her Fault keeps you guessing and feeling, but mostly, it leaves you thinking about the chilling possibility. What would I do if that happened to me? Number 9. The Serpent. Charles Sobrage, a smooth-talking conman with a smile that could disarm anyone, isn't your average criminal. In the 1970s, he roamed across Asia, targeting young travelers on the hippie trail, charming them, trapping them, and then vanishing without a trace. But The Serpent doesn't just show you a killer, it pulls you into his world. The show drips with atmosphere. Smoky Bangkok bars, cheap motels, fake passports, and a constant feeling that danger is hiding behind every polite smile. Tahar Rahim is incredible as Sobrage, calm, composed, and terrifying in how easily he controls everyone around him. And Jenna Coleman, as Marie Andre, gives this haunting performance of a woman so lost in love and manipulation that she can't even see the horror she's part of. The pacing is slow, deliberate, like the tightening of a noose. It's not your usual flashy crime show. Instead, it builds tension through details, the lies, the charm, the way people just disappear. And every episode leaves you questioning how someone can be so evil, yet so ordinary at the same time. The narrative here cuts far deeper than simple murder. It's a chilling study in absolute control, the construction of deadly illusion, and the sheer moral gymnastics people perform just to shield their own comfortable existence. The whole experience feels unnervingly authentic. So real, in fact, that it becomes profoundly unsettling. If you crave true crime that doesn't just entertain, but genuinely gets under your skin and settles deep in your bones, then The Serpent is that rare breed of storytelling. It's a series guaranteed to haunt the edges of your mind long after the final scene fades to black. Number 8. Cruise Summer. Jeanette Turner, a shy, awkward teenager from a small Texas town, just wants to be seen. For years, she's watched from the sidelines, invisible, overlooked, and craving the kind of life that belongs to someone like Kate Wallace, the pretty popular girl everyone adores. But then one summer, Kate goes missing. And when she's finally found, everything changes, because she claims Jeanette knew where she was all along and did nothing. Overnight, Jeanette goes from being a nobody to the most hated girl in America. What follows is a tense, twisted journey through 3 summers, 1993, 1994, and 1995, each one peeling back layers of lies, jealousy, and half-truths. Every episode flips what you think you know, turning friends into suspects and victims into villains. The show nails that uneasy 90s atmosphere, the music, the fashion, the VHS-era nostalgia. But underneath all that, it's really about how perception can destroy a person. It's about the danger of wanting someone else's life so badly that you forget your own. Olivia Holt and Chiara Aurelia are both incredible, playing 2 sides of the same broken mirror, one haunted by trauma, the other by guilt. Their performances carry the emotional weight that keeps the show gripping till the end. It's not flashy, it's not predictable, it's raw, emotional, and cleverly written. Number 7. One of Us is Lying. Simon, the school's notorious gossip blogger, was known for exposing everyone's secrets. But when he suddenly drops dead during detention, it's no accident. The other 4 students, the brain, the athlete, the beauty, and the criminal, instantly become suspects, and their perfect high school lives start to crumble, one secret at a time. Everyone's lying about something, and the show wastes no time pulling you into their mess. What begins as a simple whodunit quickly turns into a tangled web of jealousy, betrayal, and fear. Each episode peels back another layer, showing that beneath the smiles and selfies, these kids are hiding darker truths than anyone imagined. The tension builds slowly, the atmosphere stays tight, and the twists hit when you least expect them. It's The Breakfast Club meets Pretty Little Liars, but with a sharper edge, full of suspicion, drama, and that uneasy feeling that no one can be trusted. The cast fits perfectly. Young, believable, and flawed in the best way. You can feel their panic, their guilt, and their desperation to keep their secrets buried. It's addictive, unpredictable, and dripping with tension. A perfect watch if you love stories where every smile hides a secret, and every secret could kill. Number 6. Baby Reindeer. Donnie Dunn, a struggling comedian working in a London bar, just wants to make it big one day. But when he meets Martha, a friendly, chatty woman who seems harmless at first, his life slowly starts to spin out of control. What begins as small talk turns into constant messages, surprise visits, and a kind of obsession that feels impossible to escape. The more Donnie tries to distance himself, the more trapped he becomes, until his whole world starts falling apart piece by piece. Baby Reindeer isn't your usual stalker story. It's messy, uncomfortable, and way too real. Because it actually happened. Richard Gadd, who plays Donnie, lived through this, and you can feel it in every scene. He doesn't play the part, he lives it. Jessica Gunning as Martha is incredible. She's both scary and sad at the same time. You never know whether to pity her or fear her. That's what makes the show so gripping. There's no flashy camera work or fake drama here, just raw emotion, silence, and moments that hit hard. It's one of those shows that leaves you thinking long after it ends, not because it's perfect, but because it feels real. Baby Reindeer isn't comfortable to watch, but it's powerful and unforgettable. A story about obsession, trauma, and the quiet battles no one sees. Number 5. Trigger Point. Lana Washington, a former bomb disposal expert, has seen enough chaos for a lifetime. After losing her partner in a tragic blast, she's trying to rebuild. Quietly, carefully. But when a series of explosions rocks London, she's pulled right back into the world she was trying to escape. Every mission is a race against time. Wires, pressure plates, and that deafening silence before a bomb either clicks or blows. The show throws you straight into the heart of that tension, where one wrong move could cost everything. Trigger Point doesn't waste time on glamour or Hollywood heroics. It's raw, it's sweaty, and it feels real. You see the fear in every eye, the weight of every decision. Vicky McClure nails the role, tough on the outside, haunted on the inside, and always walking that razor's edge between control and collapse. There's no superhero here, no big speeches, just ordinary people doing a job most of us couldn't stomach. and that's what makes it so gripping. Trigger Point isn't just about bombs. It's about pressure, trauma, and the cost of being the one who runs toward danger when everyone else is running away. Number 4. The Fall of the House of Usher. Roderick Usher, the dying, notoriously corrupt CEO of Fortunato Pharmaceuticals, sits down to tell the whole story to federal prosecutor Auguste Dupin. The story is about how his entire dynasty, the ruthless children, the pharmaceutical empire, the very house came crashing down. He and his twin sister Madeline built their monstrous fortune on a mountain inn of secrets and opioid pain pills. Now, every single one of Roderick's greedy, grasping children is dying in spectacularly gruesome, Poe-inspired ways. This isn't just a ghost story, it's a Faustian tragedy dressed in modern corporate black. The whole Usher family is so delightfully awful, from the vapid socialite to the cutthroat surgeon, that watching them meet their poetic, often ironic ends is a pure, dark delight. Carla Gugino, as the mysterious, all-knowing Verna, is the show's dark heart, appearing just before fate delivers its final, gruesome punch. She's the cosmic enforcer, the one making sure the bill comes due for the opioid crisis they ignited. Honestly, Mike Flanagan's finale to his Netflix horror run is a sharp, vicious takedown of the uber-rich, wrapped in the chilling, elegant cloak of Edgar Allan Poe. It's overflowing with dread, gothic atmosphere, and dark humor. If you're looking for a terrifying, witty, and deeply satisfying story about how money can rot a soul from the inside out, this is it. It proves that the most horrifying monsters often wear tailored suits. Number 3. Bodies. 4 detectives, 4 different eras, and 1 identical corpse lying in the same grim alley of London. That's the mystery that pulls the entire story of Bodies into motion, a puzzle stretched across more than a century. In 1890, a determined Victorian inspector finds the body. In 1941, a sharp-minded detective stumbles onto it in the middle of wartime chaos. In 2023, a modern officer chasing a suspect ends up face-to-face with the same corpse. And in 2053, a hardened future cop discovers it again, unchanged, untouched by time, like the universe is mocking her. Each detective belongs to a different world, shaped by different fears, different politics, different versions of London. But the dead man ties them together like a thread running through history. A conspiracy so big it bends time itself. This isn't just a murder mystery. It's a time-spanning conspiracy drenched in paranoia, cult influence, and unshakable destiny. The deeper they dig, the more each detective realizes they aren't solving a crime. They're stepping into a loop carefully constructed by someone who understands time a little too well. From gaslit alleyways to blitz-torn streets, from CCTV-covered London to a cold, authoritarian future, the show shifts moods like chapters in a dark novel. And every timeline has its own secrets, its own betrayals, its own version of the truth. As the pieces fall into place, the story becomes something bigger. A warning about power, about control, about how one man's ideology can echo across decades. The villain here isn't a simple killer. It's someone trying to rewrite the future in his own image, no matter the cost. Bodies is stylish, tense, and incredibly clever. A noir thriller, a sci-fi mystery, and a political puzzle disguised as a crime drama. If you want a series that grips you from the first body drop to the final timeline-shattering reveal, this is it. It proves that time always leaves a trail, and eventually, someone follows it. James Keziah Delaney, a man presumed dead for a decade, returns to 1814 London, dripping with menace and the stink of Africa, just in time to inherit his father's strategic sliver of land in North America, Nootka Sound. He speaks in guttural mumbles, wears a perpetual snarl, and walks the greasy streets of the capital like a vengeful specter. This is no saccharine Regency confection. It's a Stygian, sediment-caked odyssey of retribution. Delaney's sudden patrimony instantly thrusts him into the crucible of conflict with the globe's dominant leviathans. the rapaciously venal East India Company, and the monolithic power of the sovereign diadem. The show is fundamentally a vehicle for Tom Hardy, who co-created the series. He is mesmerizingly dark, channeling a primal, unpredictable rage that suggests he is either completely mad, possibly supernatural, or both. Every scene he's in is thick with dread, incestuous tension, and the constant threat of bloody violence. The plot is a convoluted, slow-burn mystery about a man trying to survive a hostile world while unearthing the horrific secrets of his past. It is steeped in Dickensian filth, occult whispers, and the brutal geopolitics of the 19th century opium and slave trades. While the narrative occasionally gets lost in its own gloom, the atmosphere is utterly compelling. A beautiful mess of dark, shadow-drenched cinematography. Honestly, this series is a stylistic masterpiece, overflowing with brutality and a heavy sense of poetic doom. It's a challenging watch, but if you love your history gothic, your heroes menacingly unpredictable, and your visuals thick with atmosphere, then Taboo is a uniquely rewarding descent into the heart of darkness. It proves that the scariest monster in London is a man who has nothing left to lose. Number 1. The Handmaid's Tale. June Osborne, now perpetually known as Offred, is a woman reduced to a vessel, a walking womb, clad in the stark, scarlet shroud of the handmaid. She is thrust into the Stygian geometry of Gilead, a theocratic horror that has seized the carcass of America, replacing its former freedoms with the monolithic patriarchal tyranny of biblical literalism and forced servitude. She moves through the streets of Boston like a ghost in uniform, her face a permanent mask of internalized terror and burgeoning, defiant rage. This Hulu series is no conventional dystopian parable. It is an acid-etched, sediment-caked odyssey of female endurance and systematic spiritual evisceration. The central premise: due to plummeting fertility, women are categorized, stripped of their names, money, and power, and violently repurposed, instantly thrusts June into the crucible of conflict with the dominant leviathans, the rapaciously pious commanders, and the terrifying, brutal efficiency of the ants. Honestly, this series is a stylistic masterpiece, overflowing with psychological brutality and a heavy sense of poetic, historical doom. It's a challenging, often punishing watch, but if you love your political commentary gothic, your heroes menacingly resourceful, and your visuals thick with an unforgettable, dreadful atmosphere, then The Handmaid's Tale is a uniquely rewarding descent into the heart of modern fears. It proves that the scariest monster in this new world is a woman who remembers what freedom felt like. And that finishes our countdown. We've navigated some truly mind-bending suspense with those top 10 picks. Let me know which series you're sprinting to binge in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please like and subscribe to Flick Finesse. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.